Hello, everybody. Here we have this problem that says write the function whose graph is the graph of y equals x cubed, but is vertically stretched by a factor of 8. So let's first graph y equals x cubed. And I like to call this the Hula Dancer graph because it looks like sort of a Hula Dancer looking like that. All right. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're gonna transform this graph to another graph. And so what we're doing is called a transformation. And to do this, we need to find a function that's a suitable transformation for y equals x cubed. To do that, we can use some information in this PowerPoint file. And according to this PowerPoint, we have that the graph of y equals n f of x is a vertical shrinking or stretching of the graph of y equals f of x. So basically, when we multiply a number to a function, we get that vertical stretching. So let's look at the problem again. So we want to stretch it by a factor of 8. And so what this means is we're going to multiply 8 by the x cubed. So the answer should be y equals 8x cubed. So let's take a look at how that compares to y equals x cubed. Okay, so y equals x cubed is the red graph, and y equals 8x cubed is the blue graph. So it looks sort of squished in. Um, like this. All right. Now to see this, we can see an animation of this. So when you put a there, add a slider. Go and turn this off. All right, and now let's see this go to 8. So I just move the slider, and it goes to 8, like right here. Okay, so looks like it's just doing like that, right? So here's the original. Original is y equals 1x cubed, somewhere around there. And then move to 8, it sort of looks like moves to that. All right, and we can see an animation of how all this runs. Okay, when it's negative, it flips upside down like that. Isn't that cute? Okay, let's do another problem. Okay, here we want to find the function that is finally graphed after the following transformations are applied to the graph of y equals square root of x in the order listed. So first, we're going to first reflect about the x-axis. To do that, we need again a formula for that. And let's look at this PowerPoint for something that has to do with reflection. And again, it says reflect about the x-axis. So this has to do with reflecting across the y-axis, so we won't need that one. That's around across the y-axis. Here we got something reflected across the x-axis, all right? And so it says the graph of y equals negative f of x is the graph of y equals f of x reflected across the x-axis. So the difference is the negative in the front. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a negative in front of the original function. So the original graph is y equals square root of x. So for number 1, we're going to put a negative there. So y equals negative square root of x. And let's see this in action. Right? Here's y equals square root of x. And now we're going to have y equals negative square root of x. Okay, so it looks like it did that. And again, we can see the animation of this happening. Put a there, add a slider, and turn this off. So right now a is 1. So we want to find out when a is negative 1. So do that. And it flips it about the x-axis, like that. Okay, and that should be a perfect reflection So think of the y equals square root of x as like this graph, and think of y equals negative x as the like in the reflecting pool, like you would see in Washington, D.C. So you can see reflecting pools of different buildings there in Washington, D.C. And the reflecting pool is like that building turned upside down. All right. Okay, now let's do part two. It says shift up 3 units. So we need a formula that allows us to shift it up 3 units. Let's go back to PowerPoint. Okay, this is moved to the right. This is moved to the left. This is moved down. And here's moving up or shifting up. And it says that the graph of y equals f of x plus n is the graph of y equals f of x moved up in units. So again, we compare the original function, y equals f of x, with y equals f of x plus n. The only difference is the plus n there on the outside. All right. So we just add a plus n. In this case, we're shifting up, let's say we're shifting up 3 units. So in this case, n would be 3. And so that means we'll be plussing 3. So let's do that. Now, whenever you do this, we want to go from the previous function that we just did. So we won't go back to y equals square root of x. So instead, we'll go from y equals negative square root of x. And so number 2 now will be y equals negative square root of x, and then just plus 3. Okay, and let's see that in action here. Okay, turn them both on, and yes, it looks like the y equals negative square root of x plus 3 is y equals negative square root of x shifted up 3 units or moved up 3 units. All right. Okay, we got one more to do. And as the 3 shift left 4 units. Okay, so we need to look at the formula that has to do with shifting or moving to the left. Okay, so here we have the graph of y equals f of x plus n is the graph of y equals f of x moved to the left in units. So in this case, we also have plus n, but notice the plus n is like inside the parentheses of the function. So here's how that works. So imagine f of x is equal to number 2, negative square root of x plus 3. All right, now we're shifting to the left 4 units. So we go back to the PowerPoint. We have plus 4 on the inside. So let's see what that means to do. We're going to have f of x plus 4. And what this means is everywhere I see an x, I'm going to replace it with x plus 4. So I'll do that on the right-hand side. So negative square root x, instead of x, I'll have x plus 4 plus 3. Okay, so the plus 3 earlier, that was like on the outside of the function, or in this case, outside of the square root. But in this case, we have x plus 4 shifting to the left. So we have to put the plus 4 not on the outside of the square root, but on the inside of the square root. So that's what it means to be inside the function versus outside the function. So our final answer should be y is equal to negative x plus 4 all under the square root plus 3. And let's check this out on Desmos graphing calculator. Okay, so y equals negative square root of x plus 3 was this function here with the y-intercept 0, 3. And then we shifted it to the left, and now it's on negative 4, 3. Okay, so we can see that the graph on the left is 4 units shifted left from the graph on the right. Okay, so that's how to do a problem involving transformations using the transformation rules that exist.